Alrighty, Mitchell, ready when you are, sir. Well, good day, baseball fans. Welcome to the final game of Day 2, the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships. Finals almost coming early in this one. Right now in the standings, this is a Pool A game between the Wanneroo Giants, who have just taken the field, and the Gold Coast Cougars. So this is a pool that's been split asunder. Hills are 3-0, qualified. You just saw them defeat the Twins 23-1 in 4 innings, or 3.5 to be exact. Marlins are 3-0, having beaten Wanneroo, Gold Coast and Twins. They've also qualified. Marlins and Hills will play tomorrow for top spot in the pool. And the loser of that will have second spot. So who takes third? Well, at the moment, we've got Wanneroo 0-2, Gold Coast 0-2, Twins 0-2. And those 3 teams play each other in a round robin. 1 game right here. And then tomorrow, Wanneroo will play the Twins. The Gold Coast will play the Twins. If a team can win 2 of those games, they'll have third spot. If they take a win each, we will have a 3-way tie at 1 and 3 for the third spot. So the winner of this one will sit in third spot tonight, knowing that destiny is in their hands. If they win their final game tomorrow, they'll be in the finals. Twins have destiny in their hands, knowing that if they win their 2 games tomorrow, they're in the finals. It is the loser of this game that loses control of their destiny. They would need to win tomorrow, rely on whoever wins here to lose tomorrow, forcing a 3-way tiebreaker for 1 spot that they would have to win. I hope that all makes sense. Welcome to Tournament Baseball. Welcome to the Cougars and the Giants. Banjo Shearer, who is the starting pitcher for the Gold Coast, will come to the plate first. He'll face, let me get my game right, he'll face Jacob Bond, who I'm pretty sure I saw start just yesterday. So plenty at stake. 2 reasonably matched teams, you would say. As Shearer pops up, that's a deep one to right field. The wind gets away from everybody. I don't think that there was a glove on that. I'm not going to give that an error. I'm going to give that a hit to Shearer. So Wanneroo, what have they done so far? Well, they actually gave the Hills, considering what we saw from the Hills earlier, they gave the Hills quite a contest, losing 4 runs to 1. Then they played one of the games of the series against the Marlins, losing 8-6. So based on what we've seen, form's not been that bad. Gold Coast went down to the Hills 9-1 yesterday. Went down to the Marlins 7-5. So you can see that Wanneroo and Gold Coast have pushed the Marlins pretty hard, but the Marlins got them by a close margin on both occasions. So whilst there is a gap, win-loss, in terms of talent, maybe not. Marcus van der Kemp is up. Now, Gold Coast are running with 11 players. Wanneroo are running with 10. Both having an injury from their earlier squads. 1-1 count with 1 on. This will be the 7th and final game of the Junior League. And whilst you think this pool is confusing, the other one is even more so. So based on that form line, you would say not much between these sides. So hopefully an excellent finale to see out day 2. Now, because the Twins and Hills game finished a little early, I actually had a chance to, heaven forbid, watch another inning of baseball. And I saw 2 very important things. Firstly, the upset of the tournament for mine so far, the Eastern Phantoms shutting out Cronulla Black in the other pool 1-0 after Cronulla coming off a 9-4 win over the Melbourne Athletics. As this is played, 2/3 needs a long, accurate throw. No dice. Jeremy Ryan gets on base, going to give that an infield single. Not much wrong with the pickup, not much wrong with the throw. Just couldn't keep the foot on the bag for long enough. Christopher Hill, batting 4, playing catcher, is up for the Cougars, who have 2 on at first and second. Vanderkemp at second, Ryan at first. Wanneroo yet to get it out here. So that Cronulla Phantoms result has just thrown a big can of worms into the other pool. I'll get to that in due course. That's a catch. Tagging up from second was Vanderkemp. He's got to third. It's Cougars on the corners. All sacrificed by Hill. So that was one interesting thing I saw during the break. The other one, really good news. I saw the Junior League home run fence being put up on Diamond 1. That means hopefully tomorrow, our Baseball Plus Junior League games will be from the main diamond here at Lismore. Something for the players there. And what have we got tomorrow? We've got 6 games. Every team's playing. A couple playing twice. In fact, the 2 teams playing twice haven't won yet. The Canberra team in one pool, which I think are pretty much eliminated at the moment. And the Twins team from Melbourne will play 2 games on that diamond tomorrow. Well, they'll play 2 games tomorrow. 0-2 count. Gold Coast have runners on the corners. 1 out. Ben Court swings through. That's 2 out. Maybe 3 if Vanderkemp doesn't get back in a hurry. Okay, so Ryan, through all of that, took second. So Cougars at second and third now. For Lennox Anderson. Big 2 out at bat here. The Cougars already have a run. Banjo Shearer, if you missed it, doubled and scored with some help. Scheduled 7-inning contest in very blustery conditions here at the Lismore Sports Complex, which, by the way, is magnificent. Can I just say that? Having a bit more of a wander around today. Okay, put up. Now it's about dealing with the breeze, which is swirly. But that's a lovely catch. That's beautifully done by Hayden Thomas to secure the 3rd out. And while 3 got on, only 1 scored. Halfway through the 1st, Wanneroo coming up to hit after the break.
have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little Green. 1, 2, 3. Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
Welcome back to Lismore, day 2. 10 teams in the Junior League playing a round-robin series of 4 preliminary matches. Then the finals and the consolation games. For Wanneroo, Tate Oldfield will lead off, followed by Connor Branch and Hayden Thomas. Yes, I've seen Banjo pitch before. Banjo Shearer. He has this interesting style where he looks like he's going to fall head over toe. But never does. It's sort of a lean back kind of thing. Okay, all the twos, 2-2 on Oldfield. First at bat for the Giants today. And Banjo Shearer. What a name. It's his first strikeout. Can't get much Australian than that. Coming up now, Connor Branch. So, then there's Banjo's nickname, which I'll get to in a sec. Put up, called off by second base. Catch made by a man who's well rugged up for these conditions, Marcus Vanderkamp at second base. Okay, nickname is, I can't even pronounce it, Shazza. From the Mudgee Bar Junior League. Was here with the Gold Coast last year, and I guess if there is a local charter, it would be, I think, the Gold Coast. I don't think North New South Wales has one as such. Gold Coast, just discovered earlier, about an hour and a half up the road. Played to third. Strong arm. At third, that's Joshua Mercer. So 3 up, 3 down, and the Gold Coast hold their 1-0 lead at the end of 1. Second coming up.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable.
Hit hard on the ground. From his knees, she is safe.
I can. And I will.
Big game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
Welcome back. Starting pitcher Jacob Bond doing a hat change. He's got a fair bit of hair to fit that cap on. So for the Gold Coast, who are batting 11. So both teams have a player out. Nate Maher is out for the Gold Coast and Cody Bennett is out for Wanneroo. I'm assuming for injury or sickness purposes. Seven, 8, 9 coming up for the Gold Coast. Josh Mercer, Ashlyn Hodgman and Harrison Stevens. It was Mercer at third base who threw the put out to end Wanneroo's first innings scoreless, 3 up, 3 down. And it's a 3-0 count here for the leadoff Cougar. Straight to short. Dynamic throw. Courtesy of Connor Branch. Oh no. Yeah, Connor Branch. Bo Gordon, the first base. Ashlyn Hodgman, left fielder. Just finds the gap between a left field playing up. Now it switches to Harrison Stevens. A pick off attempt miss. Ricocheted back though. Was that taken out the umpire? Oh dear. That's not good. Oh, caramba, right in the head. That is not good at all. No helmet for the first base. You're not supposed to be in danger. So the problem with that was a couple of things. One, it's a hit to the head, and no hit to the head is a good thing. It was unsighted, like the umpire was watching to make the call at first. Next thing, zoink. Umpire thankfully half up. Conversing, I would assume, but I would suggest we're going to make a substitution in the umpiring ranks. Yeah, first aid has made an appearance. So yes, we don't have here the name of the umpires and officials crew, but I would suggest they're going to be one short for a little while, or there's going to be a substitute come out. In terms of what happened with that pick-off attempt. Okay, so what was a 3-person umpiring crew, and one strike. Yep, that's the call. Okay, back to Harrison Stevens, who's got Ashton Hodgman. O2 count. See in the background some of the Southern Titans from the Intermediate League. Put up and nicely caught. Again in the action at shortstop was Connor Branch. So 2 away. Popped up and fouled, waiting for the crack when it lands on our heads. No. This is Levi Peters batting 10 out of 11. Hodgman still at first. Not sure how he's affected by seeing the umpire getting clunked, but it's a 1 and 2 count. Should be all the 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Yep. Count will go full. Ashton Hodgman is still on first. Now, I haven't seen someone on first for this long for ages. Full count it is. Everyone understanding where we're at here. A walk given up. That is the first one given up by Bond this afternoon. And with that, we go to the number 11 hitter, Seb Waters, with a big 2-out at bat. The Cougars have a 1-run advantage. They have Hodgman in second, Peters at first. First pitch swing is a long one. It's a good one. It's a run-scoring run. as Hodgman crosses the plate. Great production. So 8 singled, 10 walked, and 11 brought him home with a hit that, let's have a look here, yep, made it all the way to that fence. So I suspect we're going to see a change. You might think that's, well, we're early in the second, but look, this is a must-win game. If you lose this, your chances of making the finals are still possible, but you need about 3 or 4 things to go right. So we've got Levi Peters batting 10 at third. We've got Seb Waters batting 11 at second. We've got Banjo Shearer, the starting pitcher, has a big chance to give himself some run support. Cougars have doubled their lead to 2. With 2 more on base at the moment. New pitcher for Wanneroo is Bo Gordon. Let's see what I can find about Bo. AKA Gordo. Thanks for helping me pronounce Gordon. Much appreciated. Favourite position is pitcher. I enjoy the challenge. It's the position that allows me to continually refine my skills and improve. Comes in a pressure situation. And unfortunately, that's possibly the worst scenario. A ball that gets past the catcher scores that third Giants run. Third Cougars run, my apologies. As Levi Peters crosses the plate. Seb Waters gets to third base. Cougars an early 3-0 lead, top of the second. Again, gets through the catcher. Now that was interesting. I suspect that even if Waters had realised what had happened, and he hadn't, he'd gone back to third, he probably wouldn't have run anyway, because the ball hardly got away from the catcher. It sort of went about a third of the way back to the brick wall here in front of our normally scorers, now broadcasting hut. You should see the cords. I have no idea who put all this. I know some of them are mine, but this must have taken hours to construct. Dead set. We're using about 15 PowerPoints. All right, Shearer finds the gap. Couldn't be caught. Seb Waters has scored. Meanwhile, Banjo Shazza has a 3-bagger. Now, I'm not exactly sure how these things are kind of scored, but I'm giving these hits. And unless, because I know sometimes there's a hit and then there's kind of like, yeah, no, that wasn't touched. That for mine's not an error. Never touched the glove. Of course, the scorers don't have the advantage of the replay that you're seeing. Don't know whether that's for the better or not. But at the moment, I've got Banjo Shearer. I got to give him a double and a triple. He's already got 1 run. Can Vanderkemp, who only has 1 IBI, getting Shearer back in the first. Make it 2. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Popped up, back to the pitcher. That'll do it for the Cougars at the top of the second, not before they add 3. They've given Wanneroo something to chase here at Lismore on the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable,
hit hard on the ground. From his knees, she is safe.
I can. And I will.
Big game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
Welcome back. Cougars have struck first in a battle between two teams looking for their first win in their third preliminary game, knowing that a win here keeps their destiny alive for a date with the Twins tomorrow. The Twins play both of these teams. Once they've recovered from that game against the Hills, you just had to feel for them at many points along that journey. But in the scheme of things, it's just a loss. So Shearer versus Bond. So first inning Banjo went 10 pitches, 6 strikes, retired Wanneroo in order. Jacob Bond, Bo Gordon, Harrison Richardson coming up. For Bond, while he's at the plate, through 1 2/3 inning, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 35 pitches, 20 strikes, faced 11 batters. And just because I'm interested and got a quick break, as Bond is hit by pitch, first Giant on base. So in the second inning, Seb Ward, Banjo Shearer did triple. And so he's got a double and a triple. Triple is almost the hardest thing to see in, well, a lot of baseball systems when you're talking about a cycle. Already 5 bases for the starting pitcher. Gordon takes one up high. Wanneroo had an outstanding class that finished the senior league in 2025. They made the senior league finals in 2024 because there's a 2-year gap in there. They lost the WA Derby final to the Eastern Phantoms. Everyone goes back to base. Won the this tournament in 2023. Started the wins with the Intermediate League Championship in Mildura. Had the pleasure of calling 2 of those 3 that they've won. And what Wanneroo did was in Easley, South Carolina, they actually progressed to the international final. Which, unless I'm mistaken, and I don't think I'm not, is as far as any Australian team has gone in any Little League Baseball World Series across the 4 categories we compete in. Gordon with the swing off. Might be... It is 2-2. Like most teams in a game of baseball, just got to get the first run and let the rest happen from there. In essence, the leadoff is on Jacob Bond, courtesy of the hit by pitch. Still a 2-2 count. Popped up, fanfare. Bonds taught around to third. Giants at the corners. Bo Gordon with the first hit for Wanneroo this evening. Is it afternoon, is it evening? That's the question. It's 20 past 4. Probably you can still say afternoon, I reckon. If it was AFL, I guess this would be the twilight game. As opposed to this game last night, that was definitely the night encounter. Yesterday, the 4 games here on this diamond all went the 7-inning distance. I think got out of here, finished up at about 7:30, planning to be an hour and a bit earlier than that tonight with a bit of luck. Played back to the pitcher. So the throw to first. Bond has scored. So that was an interesting decision by Shearer. Take the out and concede the run. As you have a look here, Bond just waited. Once that ball was released, he was gone. Yep, there's an out. But meanwhile, Bond has crossed the plate. You'll just have to trust me that that is actually what happened. So 1 out, 1 run to Wanneroo. If you're asking who got the better of that deal, I would say scoring your first run's always important. So points to Wanneroo on that play. So this is Harrison Richardson was up. He was the sacrifice. This is Declan Burns, as Bo Gordon has got to third. A vacant second, a vacant first. Played right up the middle, an RBI single. It's as simple as that. Burns thought about maybe taking an extra base. Decided it wasn't there. He has an RBI. And the Giants are coming back. Having been sat down in order, having given up 4 runs already, they've plated 2 so far. Got this to a bloop and a blast. Of course, wrong team. I know Jeremy Sexton is one of the coaches with the Eastern Phantoms. Yeah, the WA team here that beat Cronulla 1-0. Should I add that there is a young Cronulla player who was not happy with the call at first base. He was the second out at the top of the 7th, and yeah, I think he needs a little bit of guidance in terms of the spirit of this competition. I'm not sure if there will be any action taken, but let's just say there was a helmet that was thrown a fair distance away. And that's not on at this level. 4-2. Back here on Diamond 2. Played straight line drive. I tell you what, Marcus van der Kemp looks how I feel. Rugged up. the weather. But didn't hurt the vision on that occasion. But I can't really say they don't get weather like this on the Gold Coast because we're virtually on the Gold Coast. That's 2 out. Blake Nicole. 2 out situation. Wanneroo have halved the deficit. They have a runner on base in Declan Burns, who's at first. This will be his excuse to go to second, which he will. So Nicole represents the potential tying run, but it's a 2 out scenario. Timeout called. Counts as a catcher's visit. Ben Court's playing, actually it's not Ben, it's a Christopher Hill, of course, playing catcher for the Phantoms. Bing. Those poles are hard, man. That ball ricocheted almost back to the diamond. All the twos. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. 2-run ball game. On day 2. Strikeout. That will end the second. Not before Wanneroo get on the board. Stay in range. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships coming your way from Lismore.
Past the catcher, rather. Bounce straight back to the catcher. That one, line shot. Hikaru Kaneko.
Punch through to left field. Glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through. Double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied. And the throw to first.
Enemies down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through. Oh, what a catch! Oh, that is punched down to left field. It is glowing. It is over.
Strike 3, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League champions.
Into the third. Will be 3, 4, 5 for the Cougars. Jeremy Ryan, Christopher Hill, Ben Courts. Hard hit. In the left. Just the single. That's 2 for 2 thus far to Ryan. Had a hit in the first as well. Now the catcher. You can see. Left field playing with plenty of gap to the baseline. Double player chance, a 1 and 2. No. They got the leading runner. He was on as a fielder's choice. One away. Temperature starting to drop here. The wind is still about. Look, I've got to admit, as uncomfortable as the wind is, and I can only imagine what it's been for our camera people today. Certainly, I think preferable than the rain, and it was predicted up to 19 mils of rain. Well, I don't think we've even got half a mil thus far. So that's a relief. Especially with trying to get Diamond 1 ready for tomorrow, which we believe is going to happen. Slide in and got him. Well, if I had $1 for every stolen base I've seen in the last 2 days, I'd have enough to take my wife out for dinner. Not a lot in the court steals, but that's because of a brilliant throw. That one's on the catcher. And there's a strikeout, and just like that, threat averted. Just got to call out that Wanneroo catcher. Declan Burns is the catcher with a brilliant throw. Just feel this game is starting to turn. Halfway through the third, Cougars still with the lead. It's 4-2. Bottom of the third. Let's have a look at what's happening tomorrow. 6 games. Right now, 10 teams in total. 2 have qualified. Only 1, by my estimation, has been eliminated. That's the Canberra Raiders, the Hills and the Marlins have been secured a spot. So what does that leave? 6 spots up for grab, 2 taken. So 4 spots for 7 teams to be decided. Tomorrow 9 o'clock, your Baseball Plus game. Brisbane North got the win today, hoping to create some sort of a tiebreaker, and there probably will be if they can get to 2 wins against the Rangers, who with winless... well, they could also get to 2 wins, come to think about it. I shouldn't have said Canberra was... I apologise, Rangers fans, you are not eliminated because you've only played 2 games so far. Suffice to say, Canberra and Brisbane, the loser of that will be on 3 losses, and that should be elimination. On the other field, you can watch through Game Changer. The Gold Coast Cougar fans get up early tomorrow, 9 o'clock start, as they play the Melbourne Twins. The middle stanza of games, 11:15 local. The Eastern Phantoms and Melbourne Athletics, 2 teams at 2 and 1. The winner definitely off to the finals. The loser, who knows? On the other field with Game Changer, Adelaide Marlins and Hills Blue. Between them, they're 6-0. The winner will win their pool, be the first team into a semi-final. And we finish with Canberra and Cronulla Black, who will be having to sit around all day after losing one they thought they'd win against the Phantoms. And Melbourne Twins and Wanneroo Giants will be on Game Changer. will there still be something up for grabs? Because if the Gold Coast win here and beat the Twins first game tomorrow, then they have taken that third spot. So, gotta admit, I like the top three making the next round, and with 2 and 3 playing a wild card kind of game. Back to this one. Wanneroo having kept Gold Coast off the scoreboard. It was 3 up and 3 down despite 2 getting on. But a fielder's choice cutting down the lead runner and a caught steal. Throw in a strikeout and there's your 3 outs. Right, now this is the number 10 hitter of 10 for Wanneroo. Mason Fortura Castro. His first plate appearance has worked it to a full count. Have we got a... Just checking if that's still Banjo out there pitching away. 2-2 count. No, it is not. As that's a walk. So new pitcher, yep. So have I got that as number 99 as the pitcher? If it is, that's the normal catcher in Christopher Hill, which means we've got a new catcher. Don't tell me that's Banjo. Might be, actually. It's hard to tell because the number is protected with a little bit of protective, but I don't see another. I reckon it is. I reckon pitcher and catcher have just switched over. So important for Wanneroo. This is the potential tying run at the plate with none out in Tate Oldfield. They're batting around. They're now going around the order again for a second time. You can see everybody here pretty well rugged up. Back-to-back walks. No one out. Top of the Wanneroo order. This is their chance to get right back in this contest. Connor Branch had a couple of big plays at shortstop. Got the signal from the third base coach. And with that, the potential tying run is in scoring position. Fontura Castro is at third. Tate Oldfield is at second. It's none out. Connor Branch at the plate. Hayden Thomas on deck. One count on that strike thrown. Yep. A couple of fans making quite the racket. I just can't tell who they're cheering for. Christopher Hill, Chrissy, Wissy and Chili. Some of his nicknames. From the Red Sox of Mudgery Bar. And plays for the Lismore Workers in the Senior League. That's a bit of a commute. Assuming the Lismore Workers are the ones I see here. All right. Hit by pitch. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Now the potential leading runs on. And Connor Branch at first. Ponchera Castro at third. Oldfield at second. Branch at first. Here comes Thomas Hayden, who ground out to third base. There's going to be a conference. With 3 on, I'd expect there's either going to be a conference or a change. And always a tough moment to bring on camera. Banjo Sheeran doing his best to shield the shot. Never quite sure when you're a kid you go out to pitch on the hill. Getting some great encouragement from his teammates, exactly how your afternoon's going to pan out. First 3 batters hasn't been great. But right now, no damage done. But Wanneroo, huge opportunity. You load the bases 1 and out. You expect multiple runs as a par. Hayden Thomas sees that one sail high. Christopher Hill, part of the Queensland Under-14 schoolboys team. Gold Coast Little League 24 and 25. I assume that's sort of the greater Little League program. It includes intermediate and juniors. Of course, it was the Queensland final between Gold Coast and Brisbane North, and the Gold Coast prevailed. First ever time, at least for Christopher, that they'd beaten Brisbane North. Gets the strike. 3-1. Needs to throw one in that general direction again. That's a walk. Everyone advances a base. So, the number 10 hitter, the last on the list, gets the third Wanneroo run. Oldfield at third, Branch at second, Thomas at first, as here comes the starting pitcher in Jacob Bond. Put up high. If the wind takes this, it could go anywhere. It's hit the bottom of the fence. Oh, so close to a grand salami. What it's going to do is score. And from 4 runs down, Wanneroo have played at 5 and have taken the lead. See the replays there. Jacob Bond delivers with a double. Couple of RBIs. Scores Oldfield, scores Branch. I think that's Hayden Thomas at third. It's definitely Bond at second. Thought the game was flipping, it has. In a must-win for both sides. They can't clinch anything tonight. They can't be eliminated tonight. But they can keep control of their destiny by winning tonight. Both have a date with the Twins tomorrow. For the Gold Coast at 9 o'clock, for Wanneroo at 1:30. Right down the middle, that's the strikeout. that Hill's been looking a while for of Bo Gordon. Brings Harrison Richardson to the plate. So 1 out, 2 on. Wanneroo with 2 runs in the second, 3 here in the third. Another big hit here could make it a 5-run inning. They've got momentum. Can they fully convert it? Two-0 count. Now right back at us in the broadcast booth. Two and one out. Goes to 3 and 1. A walk here would not be catastrophic. There is a vacant first base, but it would fill him up. Popped up and fouled. And there's a walk for Richardson. Takes him to first. Declan Burns comes up. Already has an RBI hit to his name that helped score Jacob Bond earlier. He's got Bond at second along with Thomas at third and Richardson at first. Wanneroo by just the 1 run. Another walk, another run. This is proving problematic for the Gold Coast. Thomas Hayden crosses the plate. Jacob Bond moves to third. Richardson is at second and Burns now at first. Harvey Scaife made things happen in the game we saw against the Marlins that was oh so close but no chocolate bar. Fakes the bunt, takes the strike anyway. With 1 out, a sacrifice here. It's a 2-run lead, you've got loaded bases. Jacob Bond, shaken not stirred. Kapow! Yeah, one thing about baseball, you need to keep your wits about you. 0-2 count. Oh, got a swinging strike. Drop third strike. Ball's gone missing. There's chaos. There's loaded bases. I'm not sure what you can do with a loaded third strike when there's loaded bases. I don't think you can go anywhere. You can't. Appreciate Scaife. That's the normal reaction. Except, whoop. Yeah. Okay. So in amongst all of this, there have been 2 strikeouts. The team of 10 for Wanneroo about to complete a cycle. Blake Nicole. Oh, they're going to bat around in. Bond scored. This could be a big hit. He's going to score 2. They've doubled the lead. Blake Nicole with his first hit brings 2 runs. He stands at first. Looks a bit upset with himself. I've got no idea why. Alright, so now we're back from whence we started. Now, interestingly, Scaife popped in at 3rd. I assume some sort of a catcher situation. He's scored. Because Scaife struck out of that, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, Declan Burns was the catcher at 3rd. Scaife went into pitch hit, and he scored. Hope you're keeping up with this, folks. The lead is now lead is 5. Wanneroo have scored 7. Fair few of these with 2 out. Well, a couple of these with 2 out. Just one giant left on base. It's Blake Nicole on 2nd. There he is. And for the 2nd time this inning, Mason Fortura Castro finds himself on first base courtesy of a walk. Wanneroo about to go through their lineup for the 3rd time. And the Cougars have decided that's enough. It's time for the pitching change. And at the moment, it looks like, well, I can't really say that it's a winnable lead. We've seen Wanneroo already overcome a 4-run deficit. This is just one run more at 5. The Gold Coast have got the late game tonight, the early game tomorrow, so a relatively quick turnaround. Won't be the end of, even if they don't make the finals, by the way. We talk about making finals and so forth. That's not the end of the tournament for any team. There will be 6 games on Sunday. The 4 teams that don't make the finals will play each other in some consolation games on Game Changer. And I think there's 5 games on Monday. So every team will have at least, after the 4 prelim matches, they'll have at worst 2 consolation or a bronze medal kind of match. If you finish 2nd or 3rd in your pool, you actually get a 7th game. So 2 out, 3-1 count on Oldfield. There is a vacant 3rd base, so a walk would just fill them up again. New pitcher. It is a walk. Everyone just stopped momentarily for a sec. Successive walks for Oldfield, just different pitches. Current pitcher for the Gold Coast, Lennox Anderson. Facing Connor Branch, who was hit by pitch earlier. He's from the Surfers Paradise Dodgers Junior League. Helped in the game against Brisbane South. Closed out the pitching to help the team win the game by 1 run. And just foul. Ho, ho. Not by a lot. Not by much at all, but foul it was. 1-2 count. Just missed a little high. 2-2, 2 out, loaded Giants. Been a big innings for them. And now it's the coach who has to get out of the way. It's dangerous being on that side when Wanneroo are hitting. Put one there to be hit, but it wasn't. Anderson finishes a long inning for the Gold Coast and a good inning for Wanneroo. They plated 7, took a 2-run deficit, made it a 5-run lead. That is 3 in the books. We'll be back with the 4th very shortly.
Let's have some fun today. Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little League on 3. 1, 2, 3. Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
Welcome back. All right. Well, the Cougars have scored 4. They'll need to repeat that and then some to get back in this game. Lennox Anderson, Josh Mercer, Ashton Hodgman coming up. Still early days in this contest. Haven't even hit the halfway mark of the scheduled play. It remains for Wanneroo. Bo Gordon pitching. He's thrown 1 at a 3rd innings. 2 hits, no runs, nothing earned, no walks, 1 strikeout. 14 pitches through those 4 outs of play. Anderson's second time round ended the first inning with a pop-up to second after the Gold Coast had plated a run. You can see it. Check out the sunset in the background. Mr. Producer, that's the one. That is a sunset, folks. That's not a bushfire. That is spectacular. And we got ourselves a lead off on first. Always talk a lot about lead-offs on first. It just sets the momentum for the inning to get on. Give yourself, because you've got to get around without conceding that third out. And if you get on first, you got half a chance. Now Josh Mercer. Is up. Bo Gordon keeping an eye on Anderson on first. Now throws one that didn't miss by much, but miss it did. About to say, I'm not sure that one missed. It didn't. Clouds starting to build here. Not sure about that 19 mils, but there might be some rain coming. Hopefully not too much. We can get on Diamond 1 tomorrow. Played short in the way. That's one. I don't think it's going to be two. No. So Anderson out on a what would go down, I guess, as a fielder's choice, and Mercer on by similar means. Ashton Hodgman has a single and a run. Back when things were going the Gold Coast way in the second. Gordon gets on top of this count 0-2. Best thing the Giants would love is a grounder and a double play, but I'm sure they'd take the strikeout. Oh, just got the outside. Second strikeout for Gordon. 2 away. This for a second straight clean sheet. Mercer still on first. Harrison Stevens, who popped out to shortstop in the second. Played back to the pitcher. All the time to throw another strike that won't be in the stat book except as a put out. Gold Coast get a couple on, but do not score. Wanneroo get their lead and they hold it. As we head to the bottom of the fourth. Back in a sec.
Here's to generations of fearless, unstoppable.
Hit hard on the ground from his knees. She is safe.
I can, and I will.
Good game for Monet Davis.
And I am. Here's to the next generation. Find your league. Get in the game.
It's a great time to join the Australian baseball community. Participation rates up 11% over the last 2 years and 22% year on year in October. Retention rates, well, they're well above the industry standard. So our Australian baseball community becoming more vibrant by the day. Whether you're 7 or 77, a seasoned professional, or have no idea how to hold a bat or ball, The Australian baseball community is ready to welcome you. To find your club, use Club Finder tab at baseball.com.au. Find your local baseball club, as well as all the news you could ever want about these two tournaments happening here in Lismore simultaneously. You're watching with Phil Hurd of the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships. We've also got the 2026 Intermediate Championships. Their games are done. Co-commentator CJ Barnes from the Brisbane Bandits is probably tucked up at home. You can get all the news. Eric Morneau doing a mountain of work as he always does at baseball.com.au. So for Wanneroo, well, if they score 10, they can end the game. Hopefully that's not how it works. But they did score 7 in the last inning. If they do that, then I guess we could end it in the 5th. But that's a little way off yet. Pitched up and not quite caught. It's harder than it looks to make a running catch as a catcher. A lot of moving parts. Which is be a foul. Oh, and 2 is the tractor with the rubbish bin. Sales are way behind us. Yeah, the work that the Lismore baseball community and I'm sure the council here have done to get everything up and running has just been absolutely outstanding. Monday night, if you didn't know, not too far away from us on the Gold Coast, they received a month's worth of rain in an afternoon. Now, this area has been known to not deal particularly well with lots of water. Thankfully, they only got a touch of it. Did put field 1 out, but they did an amazing job getting diamonds 2, 3 and 4 set to go. We have not had a weather delay thus far. I'm looking forward, I hope, to getting on diamond 1 tomorrow, as that's popped up. Idiot. Okay, who wants it? Let's all be Spider-Man and point at each other. Except for the first baseman, Jeremy Ryan, who probably coming in the right angle had the best view to see at home. Probably an interesting time. The sky's dark, but there are lights, so if the ball gets lost to nose, it could get interesting. 1 out, no one on for Wanneroo. That, by the way, was Thomas Hayden. This is Jacob Bond, who's also found a glove out there in centre field. I think that's Ben Courts out there. So 2 up, 2 down for Wanneroo is this Gold Coast. The first thing about launching a comeback is you've got to stop the flow of runs. Got to work out a way to score some yourself. Couldn't quite grab it. Found enough of a gap. I'll be intrigued with that because the way that the shortstop was running away from first base. It's not Anderson because Anderson's pitching. So I do apologise, I don't have a number there. I'm not sure if that would have been an error actually, because the way shortstop was running, let's say it was a very clean pickup, they've got to suddenly throw in the opposite direction to which they're running. It has apparently come down to, it wouldn't have been an out with an ordinary effort if it required an extraordinary effort. No, it's not, and I think that would have, to get that out, it would have been extraordinary. Pick-off attempt, nicely corralled. Yeah, that one by Jeremy Ryan saved Bond escaping to second. Which he's now attempting to do. That throw is fairly wayward. Ends up in centre field. Bond will stay at second. Actually, how did Bond get... I do apologise. I had Bond as flying out. Anything that's gone really deep has been problematic today. That was played to third and got the out. Huh. That's Vanderkamp who's moved from second to third. And just like that. Yeah, wrong hand. Get up. Look at that throw. That is professional grade. To beat out Richardson. All right. Back with more after the break.
Past the catcher rather. Bounce straight back to the catcher. That one line shot. Hikaru Kaneko.
Punch through to left field. Glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through. Double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied. And the throw to first.
Enemies down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through. Oh, what a catch! Oh, that is punched down to left field. It is allowing. It is over.
Strike three, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League champions.
Welcome back. Just a correction. Jacob Bond did fly out to centre field. That was Bo Gordon. At first base, as mentioned earlier, Harrison Richardson, the ground out. Marcus Vanderkamp with the web gem of a throw from third base. Okay, got that sorted out. Top of the fifth. Gold Coast. One in the first, three in the second. Have been scoreless in the last two innings. As the lights start to take their full effect here. Not quite full darkness, but we're getting there. Gordon has done the job as the shutdown machine. Two and 1/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Thrown 32 pitches. Bond came out on 35. As mentioned, both these teams have their final prelim game tomorrow, both against the Melbourne Twins. As we speak right now, all three teams at 0 and 2, and they play each other in a little round robin. That was Levi Peters, struck out. Sam Waters coming up, and then Banjo Shearer, 10-11-1. And yet with that pitch count, that's Gordon's day down. The one thing about Wanneroo is they've only got 10. Because Callum Bennett's not playing in this game, so they don't have to worry about a lot of substitutions. Hope they remember to make the one that they do need to do. Gold Coast are down to 11 themselves. Nate Maher not playing in this game. Pitching for Wanneroo, Hayden Thomas. So in terms of the standings, let's have a quick chat about the other pool, which is in chaos right now because the Phantoms beat Cronulla Black. So we've got 3 teams on 2 and 1. Cronulla Black, Melbourne Athletics and the Eastern Phantoms. Brisbane North a game behind and Canberra 0 and 2. Everybody is still alive, I think, at the moment. Brisbane North play Canberra. That would be pretty much an elimination game because the loser of that would have 3 losses and that would be it. Melbourne Athletics and the Eastern Phantoms play each other. The winner of that would get to 3 wins and that would be enough to guarantee a spot. Somewhere, I've worked through a couple of scenarios, somewhere there's going to be a tiebreaker in there. I can't see it not being a tiebreaker. No one's going to go undefeated. And it may be that, depending on what Canberra do, even Canberra get 2 wins tomorrow, they could be right in the hunt. We'll talk tiebreaker scenarios tomorrow, or you can probably read about it in the Day 2 news paper that Eric will put together overnight. Don't think the man sleeps at the moment. Back to this game. Thomas gets a swinging strike. 1 out, no one on. Starting to get late for the Gold Coast. Two is the count. Put high, is it fair or foul? It's going to be close, it's fair. Now, is it going to be a 2-bagger? Yes, sirree. All right, is that the spark that gets the Cougars going? Sam Waters, the 11 hitter. Well, that's his 2nd hit. Possibly a bit audacious to test the arm going for 2nd, but it worked. Of course, Gold Coast don't need just 1 run, they need 5, but get the first. And hope you can swing the momentum as well. This is a good chance for the Gold Coast. 1 out. They're starting to bat the 3rd time around. Banjo Shearer at the plate. It will be Marcus van der Kemp next up. There's Waters. First hit for Gold Coast since the top of the 3rd. When Jeremy Ryan singled, he was then out on the base paths during a fielder's choice. 2-1 count. Bouncing ball, who's on first? Thomas with the wheels. And I think that's safe. I can tell, I just have to listen to which side of my headset is the applause coming from. It's from the Brisbane North. Now Thomas tore to first. He got there with steps to spare. Well, the problem here was actually the throw. And yeah, that's safe. No doubt about it. Okay. In the meantime, Waters has got around to third base. Second base is vacant, as you can see, put the light on at our broadcast centre. Banjo Shearer, meanwhile, has got to second base unopposed. Now with Vanderkamp. It's up. It's caught. No, it's not. Run is scored for the Cougars. Pretty sure that wasn't tagged up. Just out of the field of vision on 2 counts. Let's have a look here, see if we've got any further insight into it. No, that's an out. That's a catch. So deemed a sacrifice. Run still scores. It's 9-5. So I was just wondering what the Brisbane fans were cheering because they scored the run. Fair enough. And it's going to find 4 more of those. Jeremy Ryan with Shearer at third. Lost it in the lights. The worst feeling for a fielder. Ryan's on at first. That's a single. I don't think I've ever seen an error if someone has never got a glove to it. You see here the signal. I can't see it. I can't see it. Where is it? Hands go up. No. Where is it? I hope I don't get it in the face. Where? Oh, darn there. Said fielder's worst feeling. So 2 runs, a 5-run game that looked to be getting away from the Gold Coast has been pegged back to 3. Hill's got himself a hitter's count at 2-0. Clobbered towards the clubhouse. But foul. Is that fair or foul? It's going to be fair and caught. So some big hitting by the Cougars. Some caught, some not so. Still got a contest happening here at Lismore. It's Wanneroo 9, Gold Coast 6. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
Catcher rather, bounce straight back to the catcher. That one, line shot. Hikaru Kaneko.
Punch through to left field, glove is up and it is through.
Hard shot from Ben Beasley and a diving Jackson Ham.
Punch through, double play opportunity here for the Sharks. Opting to tag is applied and the throw to first.
Gonna miss, down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts.
That's hit through. Oh, what a catch! Oh, that is punched down to left field. It is glowing. It is over.
Strike 3, Brisbane North, your 2025 Australian Little League champions.
Welcome back. Australia's own PTP is proudly supporting baseball events across the country, bringing nearly a decade of dedication to the sport and its athletes. Visit ptpfit.com today to get the tools you need to power your game with PTP. PTP offers a wide range of strength and conditioning equipment designed to make athletes stronger, more powerful and ready to perform. Whether you're training at home, in the park or the gym, PTP has you covered. So I can tell you that the Intermediate League went down to the final prelim games. The prelims are done. Adelaide Armada and the Gold Coast from Pool A will proceed. Southern Titans, only unbeaten side in Cronulla Black, proceed. So if I've read the standings correctly, Southern Titans will play the Gold Coast in one semi-final and Adelaide Armada will play Cronulla Black in the other. The winner of the Intermediate League goes to Livermore in California. For Ride Red, who had the same record as Adelaide and Gold Coast, lost the tiebreaker. Eastern Phantoms, Brisbane Metro and the Melbourne Twins, they will play some consolation games. You'll see all of that. In fact, forget about my semi-final prognostication. They're playing it over 3 days, so it might be different. I might stick to the Junior League, where Declan Burns has earned a walk. Might be some double elimination games, I suspect. Anyway, we'll work that out. Checkbaseball.com.au. Eric's got it all covered, I am sure. Harvey Scaife. Looks up, got the signal. Still Lennox Anderson pitching. Needs to hold here. Get to the 6th. Gold Coast trail by 3. Not out of range. One and two counts. Scaife took a long walk out of the batter's box. Thought he was halfway to the dugout, which made me work out why. But he's just sorting himself out. Plays to Vanderkemp, looking for the double play. No. So the lead-off runner in Declan Burns is retired. And Scaife is on courtesy of a fielder's choice. One away. Yes, the temperature has dropped here. I don't really want to look it up. And I know my producer Jay needs to know these things. So for his benefit, you're kidding. 18.4 feels like 16.6. It does not. Like that wind chill is not 1 degree, 1 and 2 degrees. All right. Put up by Nicole. And caught. Should add, it was Nicole who made that lovely catch in right field to end the last Gold Coast innings. This occasion pops up and we're 2 away. Looked like a world of trouble, but then Hill, who has, I think, caught, pitched, and now is at shortstop. Scaife dashes to second. 2 out. We're back to the number 10 hitter now. I say that, but he's got on base twice. In Mason Fontura Castro. Seen a lot of great production from the lower members of the order across many teams today. And just like that, Scaife is at third. 1-1 count. Put to play. 2 Hill. 1 out needed. Beautiful throw. So Gold Coast hold. They've kept Wanneroo scoreless over 2 innings. Giving the Cougars, you say there's a chance. Well, there might be when we come back for the 6th.
Trust me, that's it. 100%.
All right. To the 6th we go. Gold Coast have 6 outs at best to deal with a 3-run deficit. Wanneroo, of course, will bat at the bottom of the 6th and the bottom of the 7th if they need to. That's going to land in fair territory. Ben Courts, lead-off single. Get one more on. And the tying run comes to the plate. You can see the wind. Now, one of the things I'm going to tell you about the wind, it's strong and it's a southerly. Now, the way that this, I think this is configured, is that a southerly is almost down the left field line, which explains a lot of the home runs we've seen today. Also explains why if you hit anything down the right field line, it's had a tendency to stay in today. Down the left field goes long, down the right field stays in. Everything else in your screen of the diamond sort of swings from right to left a bit. So 1-1 is your count. Thomas trying to keep this lead for Wanneroo. The loser is not eliminated. but they lose control of their destiny. The winner keeps it for when they play the Twins tomorrow. The Twins have destiny. They just have to win both of their games. They'll play both of these teams. Long throw. And safe. Alex Anderson's done a fair bit to keep the team in it. A long hit, 2 left. It will hit the fence. This will score 1 Cougars run. Margin back to 2. We're in bloop and blast territory. Anderson standing at second, so the first 2 have got on. One scored. Now the potential tying run is at the plate. Joshua Mercer. 2 second. 1 out given. Advances Anderson. Hence the applause from the Brisbane fans. 1 out. 2-run ball game. We've had a couple that have been mercied here on Diamond 2 today. None of them were yesterday. All went the full 7. Barring something incredible, that's exactly what's going to happen here. Apologies. I think I just created a big Queensland blunder calling Gold Coast Brisbane. Add that to the long list of apologies I've got to be making after this tournament. That should be foul and is. So Coots singled and scored. Anderson's doubled is at third because Mercer sacrificed. This is played out given. Scores the run. So back-to-back sacrifices. Not by much. Nice recovery there by Gordon to secure that second out. So bases are cleared of Cougars. Still the potential tying run at the plate, as it has been for the last couple of at-bats. Harrison Stevens batting 9 tonight. One and 2 count. I actually thought he got a bat to that, but okay. That is a strikeout. Optometrist test being booked as we speak. So we got a big game coming up. We got a big game coming up. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Wanneroo have the lead, but by the narrowest of margins.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Billy's on the ring. 1, 2, 3, Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
Okay. One of the closest games we've had. We had a couple of close ones so far. So for Wanneroo, Thinker at the top of the lineup. Fourth time going through. Oldfield, Branch, Thomas. Insurance time. For the Gold Coast, best scenario is they're chasing one run at the top of the 7th to tie it. Worst scenario is they give up a couple more here. Already, Oldfield finds himself on first base. And that's where the Cougars want him to stay. Hit by pitch, the official verdict. Anderson still working manfully away here. Anderson 2 1/3 innings. As Oldfield gets to second. 2 1/3 innings. Just the one hit, the 2 walks and the 1 strikeout. His pitch count now at 42. Hill through 46. Starter Banjo Shearer through 32. All the Giants pitchers have thrown in the 30s. Now, is this going to be waved around? Yes, it is. Now, this could be a big play at the home. In the end, the bounce was a low one. Not much that Shearer could do about that. It was coming in at speed, as was Oldfield. He scored, doubles the margin back to 2. So watch this throw. Yeah, just, I'm not even sure if it had landed in the glove. He was probably too far off the base and too late to make the tag. But he did get a bit of a low bouncer there with no time to recover and adjust. Connor Branch, where is he? He's at second base. So first 2 on at the bottom of this 6-4 Wanneroo. Hayden Thomas is at the plate. Watches that sail past, and now Connor Branch at third. Good slide, went a fair way, but not off the bag. That's the strike. We go full count here. All of this action happening, still no out recorded. This is the third plate appearance. Played to third. The play is at home. Oh, but the ball's gone missing. Oh, and Branch turned his back on the play. Now, I mean, not catastrophic. So in the end, we've got another Giant on base. Let's see if he can. Once Branch realised that he was the target, he took off, and you can see there he was not aware. Would he have been able to turn around and come back? That would have been an interesting decision. So pitching change time for Gold Coast. It's a 2-run game. It ain't over just yet. But they really got to get it out. They've got 2 Giants in scoring position. Through all of that chaos and mayhem, Hayden Thomas gets on with a fielder's choice to second. A reminder that tomorrow is the halfway day. For the Intermediate League, the finals commence. For the Junior League, we play our 3rd series of preliminary games. Of course, the Intermediate League, 8 teams, 2 pools of 4 who play 3 prelim games, which they've all done. For the Junior League, 10 teams playing 4 prelim games. Everybody's played at least 2. The Twins and Rangers have played 2. The rest have played 3. Everybody playing for something. Hills and Marlins, by my reckoning, are the only 2 to have qualified thus far. They play each other for important top spot in their pool and with it an automatic semi-final berth. So they got a lot to play for tomorrow. Everybody else, I said I don't have, and I'm commentating and keeping track of it at the same time, I don't have a team eliminated at this point, even the loser of this. Another Wanneroo run. Connor Branch scores, by the way. Hayden Thomas has got the 3rd. It's like a bus depot. We're a little bit like the freeways on the M1, to use the Gold Coast analogy. We have this light. You go red, you stop. Green, you go on the freeway. So Wanneroo have scored 2. Got a gap back. Not done yet. They're going to score again here. As Jacob Bond gets a single. And you can just feel a little bit of deflation from the Gold Coast. They worked so hard. They were 5 runs down. Got it back to 1. And just it's fallen apart again. 5 straight runners on. I mean, this is what happens when 4 straight runners on, 3 have scored. Margin out to 4. Probably can't be any more than this for Gold Coast to think they've got a chance. Throw to second. Not in time. Bond, who had that single, by the way, is now safe at second. They're rolling through pretty quickly, I tell you. Gordon's up, ready to go. Game's about to hit the 2-hour mark. Probably end up being the longest game we've had on Diamond 2 today, as long as it doesn't go as long as yesterday. And yeah, it's just gone to 5:45. It got dark here by about 5 o'clock, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, of course it does. We're on the east coast, the easternmost part of the continent, Byron Bay, not too far down the road. Okay, 3-1 count. Who's vacant first base? Bond, the sole runner at the moment, on second. Count goes full. Mind you, we've got 3 games on Baseball Plus tomorrow. Be back here for 9 o'clock first pitch. That's a big grab. That's an important grab by Jeremy Ryan. Let's see how close he worked that fence. Oh, not too much. So one away. Foul towards the club rooms. That pitch allows Bond to advance to third. This is a big run here. There's always difference. 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, etc. But I think one of the biggest gaps is 5-4. 4 you could always envision is load the bases, hit something long. The slammable. 5, it's like you got to get so much right. Harrison Richardson with 1 out. Can he, even just a sacrifice? Doesn't need to do that. He'll claim the walk. And now Declan Burns comes to the plate. You see their Giants at the corners. They've added 3 runs this inning. Win this. And then they have to beat the Twins in the last prelim game tomorrow. It's the same for either side, I should add. If these two sides and the Twins sort of split everything, so one team wins 1 and one team loses 1 in a sort of a round robin-y kind of thing, then there'll be a 3-way tie for the last playoff spot, and 2 teams are going to be disappointed. Okay, now things are getting kind of desperate for the Gold Coast. Bases are loaded. Harvey Scaife. The Come On Harvey cheers are rising from the Giants fan club. Suffice to say, if you're looking at supporter bases, Wanneroo are pretty outnumbered. It's a fair bit more distance to travel from Wanneroo than it is from the Gold Coast here. Gold Coast fans, if they're particularly interested, could drive home tonight. Perth do that, they'll be home on Monday. Put up and not caught. Those little things, do they hurt you? Well, could. That would have been a second out. You can never blame a catcher for these because, yeah, one of the issues is with that. Oh, the strikeout. All right. Okay, we've got the runner Scaife going out because the catcher, Declan Burns, is on base. Caught. Well picked up. There's anyone safe? No one safe. Throw it home. Misses. 2 have scored. That is almost your ball game. Jacob Bond. Richardson crossing the plate. Harvey Scaife, who just a minute ago struck out, is now at third base. And Blake Nicol has made a few things happen, including, I don't even know what you're going to call that. I mean, I guess it's got to be a fielder's choice. All the attention the Cougars was at home, and they could not stop the second run. Mason Fontura Castro. Margin out to 6. It's going to be tough for the Gold Coast from here, and Wanneroo are not done. Blake Nicol is already stolen second. So Fontura Castro can get a hit into the outfield. Takes a step back and lets that pitch decide its own fate. You know, the outfield scores 2 more. All of a sudden we could. It's a 6-run margin. Wanneroo got to get 4 more and they could just mercy it at the end of the 6th. It is 2 out, so I suspect that's unlikely, but if... It is unlikely because there's a strikeout that ends the inning. All 10 Giants, they're only playing 10 tonight due to injuries and sickness. All 10 Giants got on. Most importantly for them, 5 scored. A 1-run lead becomes 6. Gold Coast have got 3 outs to do something about it at the top of the 7th. We'll come back for what looks to be the grand finale from Lismore on day 2 of the 2026 Australian Junior League Championships. Well, here we are. 2 teams that have been battling through their first 2 games, unable to secure a win. One's got to get the chocolates here, and at the moment it looks like it's the team from the West, the Wanneroo Giants, after, well, a 7-run third and a 5-run 6th, have a 14-8 lead. It was 8-7 at the top. So it was 9-8, apologies, at the bottom of the 6th. Gold Coast been more consistent, scoring their runs over 4 innings, 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. Levi Peters, Seb Waters, Banjo Shearer are the next 3 up for the Gold Coast. At this point, it's about getting on. Three outs to play with. For Hayden Thomas, who's thrown 31 pitches, will he... we've seen Gordon throw 35, Bond 35, Thomas... Well, it says 31. Let me just refresh to check that. Put into play. Should be 1 unassisted. It is. Bo Gordon. Very solid, manning first base, 1 away. So just looking quickly at the box scores for Wanneroo. 2 hits from Bond, 2 hits from Gordon. Bo Shearer, 3 for 3. Problem is he might be coming up with 2 outs. Jeremy Ryan's had 2 hits. Gold Coast 8 runs from 11 hits. Wanneroo 14 runs from 6. Now that will tell you something. Gold Coast have made 2 errors, Wanneroo 1, but it's the walk count. Wanneroo have only walked 2 Gold Coast hitters tonight. Gold Coast have walked 10. You can hear voice of one of my old co-callers, Scotty Pratt from the Goodwood Indians in South Australia, saying it's all about free bases. Well, 10 walks will give you plenty of those. 1-2 count with 1 out. Borders. Well, I've got him 2 for 2 and the scorers agree. But this occasion he strikes out and the Cougars are down to their last out. And with that, of course, we're going to have a pitching change. Or are we? Maybe just a chat. I know that some coaches like to chat and they'll give the ball back. Okay, well, yeah, we're going to have a change. That's got me all 2 days, folks. Some coaches like, well, if I take the ball from you, I won't have the focus. And I got a message to give. So 1 out to get. I'm assuming that's the signal that Levi Burns was giving to his pitcher. 1 out. It's a big out. It's Banjo Shearer, and then you've got the top of the Gold Coast order here now. You do see some teams do crumble a little bit. I've seen senior men's grand finals get to the top or bottom of the 9th. Top of the 9th in particular with just 3 outs needed, and it just gets kind of... everything gets shaky. Going to be given a couple of pitches to warm up. A reminder, we're back 9 o'clock. 3 games tomorrow. Lismore time, 9 o'clock, 11:15 and 1:30 are our scheduled times. Please make your adjustments for your time zone. Shearer decides, I'm going to go down with a big hit. It's hit the fence. He's scooting around second. He's going to have a 3-bagger. That's... how often do you see a triple in baseball? Well, he's just had 2 tonight. He hit that in the wrong spot. I would have to go back and check with Game Changer, but I had Shearer. I know Game Changer gave him a double in the first, a triple in the second, a single in the 5th. That's popped up, and the Gold Coast are going to get a run back, courtesy of Marcus Vanderkamp. (14-9). Yeah, just a well-placed shot. Ain't nobody getting to that. So this 3rd out, as discussed, proving a tad problematic. Darcy Scaife is the pitcher in for Wanneroo. Don't think he'll pitch enough to... well, you'd assume he's not going to pitch enough for it to be a problem if he was due to go tomorrow. That one is right down St George's Terrace, or the Kawana? No, the Mitchell Freeway. Two and one. This is Jeremy Ryan, who's got on base. He's 3 for 3. I've got. Let me. Okay, he's 2 for 3 according to the scorers. Got him on base 3 times. Okay, full count. This is the moment for the Wanneroo fans. Gold Coast are down to their last strike. Scaife delivers, elicits the swing. The touch is made, and Wanneroo have won their first game of the 2026 Junior League Championships and keep their destiny alive to make the finals. For Gold Coast, they dropped to 0-3. One game against the Twins at 9 o'clock. All they can do now is win that and wait. Wanneroo and the Twins may well decide the last game, everybody's fate. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a long day, but it's been a great day of junior baseball. I want to thank Jay doing camera work and also producing the late game. Mitchell producing the first 2 games. I think it's Jacob up top. Joseph. It's a J. Joseph up top. And standing right behind me, ready to strike if I don't say anything.